So, hello all, and let's start the next session in the book The Power of Starting with Why. I hope my screen is visible.
Yeah.
Okay. So this session is all about building a cathedral. Imagine walking up to a stone mason who is working hard in the scorching sun. You ask him, "Do you like your job?" He sighs and say, "It is boring, breaking work. I have been lifting these heavy stones all my life, and it just pays the bill." You walk 30 feet away and see a second stone manson doing the same job. You ask him, "Do you like your job?" He looks up to you and with pride he says, "I love my job. The work is hard and the sun is so hot, but I am building a cathedral." Both men are doing the same physical labor. The only difference is that the second man has a deep sense of purpose. He does not see himself as just a guy lifting rocks. He feels like he is a part of something massive and beautiful. Right? When we are driven by a deeper why, it completely transforms how we view our daily grind. We work longer, try harder, and feel deeply loyal because we are connected to a higher cause. Wow. This story actually is, I think it is very much a popular story, and I have heard this story many times. So the story which I heard has three such kind of stone mansion or mansion maker. So this line is very much like, we do not want to come to work to build a wall. We want to come to work to build a cathedral, or maybe in our context, maybe we can say that it is a temple that we are building. Then the same work becomes a direct worship for the person who is doing it. So, what actually is the difference? The difference is just how he is perceiving the work. Even the other person can also perceive the same way if he can connect with a bigger why or deeper why, or sees it from his point of view. So now let's see the biology of inspiration. The key insight from today's learning is the cathedral mindset or the temple building mindset, we can say. The physical task of a job matter far less than the meaning we attach to them. That is what is really the cathedral mindset. And true loyalty, how it comes. People who are inspired by a higher cause will often turn down easier, higher paying jobs just to stay part of the mission. Right. Um, that means that we need to actually involve people, become very much transparent, and make things once we make things transparent, and people who are working with us, okay, they get a feeling that okay, what is exactly why they are working, and that automatically connects to the deeper meaning. That meaning making actually makes a difference. Then the third key insight from today's reading is leveling the field. When everyone is building a cathedral, nobody feels more or less important than anyone else. Everyone belongs. That is what actually I was mentioning in the previous um, example. The meaning making actually differs. And if the meaning making happens correctly for the first um, stone mansion maker, right? Then automatically that also gets transformed. So that is also known as the leveling the field. The two reflection that we can make from today's session is, the first one is, look at your daily routine. Are you currently just lifting stones or are you building a cathedral? Wow. So what is the meaning making that we are giving when we are doing any activity? Have we connected to the deeper why we are doing what we are doing? And this is what actually we are doing in our inner circle with the help of micro journaling every hour or before starting every task. And now that this example is also very much um, clear and pictorially we see, so automatically we can connect to the micro journal and very easily remember not to miss it. Second reflection for today is, how can you reframe the most boring, repetitive part of your week to connect them to a bigger, more beautiful purpose? So, for this, what we need to do first, we need to identify any of the repetitive tasks or boring appearing tasks that we are doing, and how we can give a different meaning to it so that it can be meaningful and purposeful, and we feel more challenging and more enjoyable to do the work. The action step for today is, take the most tedious task on your to-do list today and write down one sentence explaining how it helps or how it helps build your personal and professional cathedral. Wow. So again repeating, take the most tedious work. So we are actually identifying today which is our most boring task, most repetitive task, most tedious task, and we have got the formula to make them very much meaningful, very much purposeful. So how? We need to write down one sentence explaining how it helps for the overall purpose, how it is helping us to build our personal or professional cathedral. So the summary of today's session is, we don't want to come to work to build a wall, we want to come to work to build a cathedral. That means human beings crave meaning. We are rarely inspired by the daily grind, but we will move mountains if we know our work contributes to a grand, inspiring vision. If we know our work contributes to a grand, inspiring vision. The vision is very important, and it is not difficult to create the vision that is very much meaningful and inspiring for us. And that's how we can transform our day-to-day chores or daily activities. Any insight, any learning that you want to summarize, Milinji?
No, again, Bikaji, yeah, you spot on all the points mentioned.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. So again, let's catch up tomorrow.
Could you, Bikaji, just close the recording? Then I'll want to discuss something related to this topic very quickly.
Yeah, thank you. 1 minute.
Yeah.